Hello, this is Jeff with the Resource Recycling Conference, and the purpose of this video is to walk you through how to navigate using the Hopin platform that we are hosting the conference on. So I'll do this in a couple of different parts. The first part, I'll be going down the left-hand side here, which is your main navigation. And then after that, I'll go ahead and show you everything here on the right-hand side. So first of all, when you register, you'll be taken to the lobby. That should be the only thing that you can see since the show isn't open yet. But in the lobby, you can scroll down and see a description of the show, some of our sponsors, and then you can take a look at the schedule here, read a bit more about each session, find out when they are, add them to your calendar, things like that. So good place to sort of preview what you'd like to go check out during the event. Once you're in the conference, once the conference begins, I'll show you this here on the left. The next section is sessions. I'll just click on that. And this is where we host our stages. So we have the main session room. So this is where all the panel discussions will take place. And then we have two interview stages. There are some interviews that are taking place at the same time. So you'll be able to select there. And in order to get into the session room, you just click that. And it'll open right up, and until it begins, it'll just show something like this. And once it begins, you'll be able to see video and everything from there. So just a quick look at the session rooms. And next up is the group networking. And so this is just a place where you can meet with multiple other attendees. They're just sort of video chat rooms like you would find on Zoom or something like that. So you can just click that. And you can have up to 20 people in this room at a time. So if you see somebody in there, you might want to pop in and share your audio and video. And I'll show you that here in just a second. So that's just a quick place to socialize and network with folks. And you'll be able to see down here with this eyeball icon how many people are in the room at the time. A little bit different here is the speed networking. This is, if anyone else is using the speed networking, all you do is click join. And there's my video, and it'll ask you to make sure your video is working, and then it'll pair you up randomly with somebody else who's in the speed networking room at the time. And you can have a very short conversation if you like. You can extend the time. You can exchange information quickly in the speed networking. So this is a great place to sort of meet someone new. And then finally, here on the left, we have the exhibit hall. And so this is where all of the exhibiting companies will be. And all you do is you can scroll through, you can search for booths, but all you do is just click on a booth, and I'll show you our booth here. And it should come up with a video if nobody is in the booth. If somebody is in the booth on video, it will look a little bit different. Let's see, it'll ask you to share your audio and video if you want to join. And again, you just click those, click apply, make sure that all works. And there you go, now you're on video. And you have a few different controls here. This show more information, we'll show you more about the booth. This is information they'll put in. And then you have your camera. You can turn it on or off. And your microphone, you can mute or not mute or unmute. And then you have the a screen share button. And then of course your settings here. So that will go into how to, just to make sure your camera and microphone is working. So real quick and real easy look at the exhibit hall and all of the items on the left-hand side here. This chat button is gonna put you in chat with the Hopin folks. So if you're having issues with Hopin, that's a good way to contact them. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this so I can show you things on the right-hand side. Okay, the next section is going to be over here on the right-hand side, and I'll just expand that here. And I'll start over here all the way on the right. This may have your initials here. I've uploaded an image, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment. So we'll just click that, and it'll show you my account, which is basically your Hopin account. So you can go ahead and it'll open a new window, and you can edit your Hopin account, and it'll tell you which events you're going to. Hopin hosts many different events, so you may use this for a future conference, in which case you're already registered in the Hopin system. So that's where you would change any information with that. And then edit profile. This is where you're going to basically make your name badge. So I've uploaded a picture here. You can use JPEGs or PNGs, and then you can enter your name, your Twitter, LinkedIn, website, and here I would suggest putting your business name and title. This is like your name badge, so this is a quick and easy way for people to see who you work for and everything there. And so you click save, and then your profile should be saved. Next over is notifications, this little bell. So if there's any notifications that come in, you can mute and unmute them here, but this is where they'll show up. And right next to that is your messages. So this is any direct messages you've received or had conversations back and forth with any other attendees. So I don't have any direct messages yet in here, but let's say I wanted to start a conversation. So I'll just go ahead and try and schedule a meeting here, and I'll look for my coworker, Tanya. There she is. And I'll go ahead and click that, and then you can invite them to a video call, so that'll just be a one-on-one call. If you're in a booth on video, this is going to take precedence, so you would have to leave the booth in order to use your video in another space. Or you could schedule a meeting in the future, or you could just send a chat. So, hello. And it will show up, and they'll have a note here, and that would show up in their messages up here. So just a quick, easy way to communicate with attendees. And you can just search, you could scroll through all of the attendees, or you can search for their names here. So that's just a quick look at these items up here. Okay, and the next section we're going to do below here is the chat window. So there's a few different items on this chat window, and as you can see, this says event. So this is the chat window for the whole event. This is where announcements will be made. Folks will be introducing themselves, that sort of thing. This can be seen from anywhere in the platform. So you can just type a note as if you were chatting and hit enter, and it will appear up here. The next thing over is polls. So if the staff has created any polls, they'll be here. People, this is where you'll find the full attendee list. So you'll be able to search through or set filters, and make connections with people that way. And then of course the Q&A, if this is appropriate, it likely will be in the different session rooms. There should be a Q&A section included there. So one thing to note, this event here is for the whole event, but let's say you're in a booth, and let's just go over to a booth here. Go to our booth, you'll see that there's the event chat and then the booth chat. So this chat here will be only the chat that's within the exhibit booth. Or if you're in the group networking room, for example, let's go into group networking room A, this will be the group networking chat and polls and everything. And the event. So you could still communicate through the main event or whatever room you're in, but those are separate. So just a quick look at the chat function and items on the right-hand side. And I believe that is pretty much everything that you'll need to know to navigate. If you are having any trouble with your video or not being able to hear or anything like that, I encourage you to go ahead and send me a message in the system if you can. Just a one-on-one chat message would be fine, or you can pop into our information booth. So you can pop in and say hi and see what we can do to help. I believe that is everything that we need here. So thank you very much, and please let us know if you have any questions before the conference. I'll be happy to help get you all set up. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to a great event, and we'll see you in a few weeks.